Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to the inaugural NMO Great Karting event of 2017. Your race coverage this evening is brought to you by Bulmers. And what that guy said. Competitors are now lining up after their 10-minute qualifying laps. There's been some hard-fought action out there, and the top spots will be closely contested all evening as we get into our first race. The red flag has been waved, competitors stopped over the far side of the circuit. They'll be called forward one by one in their qualifying order. We highly expect James Raven to be picked out first. And the first cut has been pointed through, and here he comes now. Or is that a bit of a misnomer? We shall see. Some serious tyre weaving going on. As our first three intrepid competitors come up to take their places on the starting grid. Number one, as he flashes through shot there. 2 and 3, furious weaving. There's a visor open there. That'll be flagged by the marshals. He'll be taken out of the race immediately with the black flag. Thanks for coming award. Straight there. Some more furious weaving action. All those sitting now at the red flag location, wondering if they're ever going to get called up to the start grid. Why did they pay £50 to turn up and sit in a cold, damp cart on a cold, damp day? It's the mid-grid coming through now, known affectionately as the Force Indias of the NMO karting world. Someone weaving hilariously, ineffectively, as the marshals point them towards their grid slots. We still have about half the field to go. Once again, I'd like to thank our coverage sponsors this evening. Bulmers. The last few coming into place. Warming, weaving up their tyres. Glad that they are not behind the one female in this event. And here we go. The grid's forming up. The tyres are getting very cold on the front row of the grid. I'm sure hands and fingers are also getting extremely cold as our last two competitors line up on the grid this evening. And yes, there is no female at the back, so embarrassing moments for those who have qualified behind the only female on the grid. The marshals walk away disconsolately. They're clearly already bored. The lights are on. Look where they're and they're off. That's a great start for James Raven in the lead, number one, as they go into the first turn. He's been passed on the inside. He will not be happy with that. Bumping and boring will occur as they go around to the back, and as you can see from our race coverage, nothing is happening because the lights are in the way. They roar up towards the back, probably because you can't hear anything. And here they go. They're all bundling into the first turn. That's a great move around the outside. Oh, and that's another bit of contact as they spiral through the S's. Back right now as they come towards our camera position. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, you may be able to see them at some point in the future. Wouldn't that be exciting? They dive down onto the back straight. There's a lot of sliding in the midfield, a lot of tyre squealing action as the competitors race up in to the final three bends here. They come into the last hairpin, bumping and boring as they go. And it's James Raven, number one, as he comes through. The rest of them, they're all side by side. Fantastic action, the NMO karting event here. They all slip through, and there's a spinner. Someone is off on the grass. This is embarrassing. They will not be receiving the Thanks for Coming award. They'll be receiving the Thanks for Not Even Bothering to Start award. How embarrassing. Everyone else is on lap 2. They're charging up to the back. And yes, here we go. There's a miserable side of the last competitor in this race. Fantastic action probably over there in the background somewhere. Yes, you can see that something is happening. James Raven clearly out in the lead. I'm assuming it's James Raven. If it's not, then he's already embarrassed and retired because he's in second place. Second and third is a good, closely fought race, but it's all about the midfield in the back. I apologise to our front runners. They are just boring. Look at this action that's coming around in the midfield here. Bumping and boring as they go. Looking for ever more increasingly dodgy ways to pass. I'm sure that they'll find them. And yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's only thanks to our sponsors, Bulmers, this evening that we are able to bring you this fantastically detailed race coverage. Some more tyre warming. Yes, this is the most exciting thing happening on track right now. Look at that action. Fantastic. The battle is heating up for second and third place. Or is that the back of the grid already? No, it is actually second and third place. James Raven exploring all the karting lines that are available to him at this present time. They race up towards the final two turns. James clearly keeping his powder dry. Second and third, I have no idea who they are. Let's call them Fred and Biffy. Fred and Biffy going hard at it. Biffy's looking for a line on the way through there in the rear. I'm sure that there's going to be a move made there. The midfield pack, here they come, the Force Indias of the NMO karting world. They're all after it. Probably one of them will crash and disappoint the team owner. We'll surely see if that plan comes to fruition. Perennial back markers. Yes, I'm sure one of them would have been Chris Danbury, but he's not here to take part. What a shame. The final stragglers come through. Will they finish this lap before the race ends? Yes, apparently they will. Back to the lead pack action. Yes, they are coming through the light, not the gloom, because the light is staring the camera straight in the face. Oh, there's a big chunk of curb there taken by our man in the lead, James Raven. I'm assuming it's James Raven. He comes through the dodgy, slippery last turn. Biffy and Fred still hard at it. Yes, Biffy is still chasing him down. I'm sure Biffy will be able to get past Fred before the end of the race. Fantastic action there. The mid-grid has separated out a bit. Force India have had a row with Williams. They are not going to race each other anymore. There is some fantastic passing action coming into the last turn. This may end badly. No, unfortunately it doesn't, and they all get through safely, so we'll have to wait for some more action. As the tail end has come through. Chance to thank once again our sponsors this evening, Bulmers. Actually, I'll take it to Swift there. Refreshing beverage. As the leaders come up, Fred and Biffy very close together. Biffy is hard on the tail of Fred. There might be some bumping and boring as we go through. No. Leaders come through. Second and third, Fred and Biffy. Fantastic. No! I lie, your commentator's made a complete mistake. They are somewhere near the back. Our leaders now come progressing through. It's all getting too confusing. Maybe this has something to do with the Bulmers. Who knows? Ladies and gentlemen, this has been the first half of your race this evening. We'll be back for more coverage later on after these messages.